Hello, Yuki. Welcome to Tea with G. New guest, and she is a herbalist from Japan, from Tokyo, but you've been in Canada for a while. So I actually bought, the reason why I know Yuki is because I bought one of these amazing herbs that she sells. This is her brand. What's the brand called?
It's Mugwort Botanicals.
Mugwort Botanicals. So I saw you at the Japanese market. I think downtown UBC.
Yeah,
Was that the one?
it was someone.
That
yeah.
was the one?
Yeah.
And I bought the digestive comfort
Yeah.
blend. So that's how I came across Yuki here. And she's a herbalist. I'm a herbalist, so we can relate to in that way. We were speaking a little bit before about herbs, right? And
Yes.
how we're passionate about it and how it can heal people. The nature's way of healing. So
Yeah.
we don't have to depend on too much on doctors. We can at least do some stuff ourselves.
Yeah. Exactly.
But before we get into it, I have a special herb from Kazakhstan, all the way from Kazakhstan, from a herbalist there. It's called blue sage. So this is the blue sage right here. We're going to try this out. And I'm actually going to see quickly what the blue sage benefits are.
That looks very beautiful.
It is, right? Look at the
Yeah.
color on this.
Yeah.
It's like a very faint yellow.
Yellow.
Maybe like something that chamomile would look like. I'll do a quick search here for the blue sage. So just on a quick Google search, it says blue sage is also known as grandmother sage, offers a variety of benefits both spiritually and medicinally. It is widely used for cleansing and purification purposes, providing spiritual strength and sometimes used during exorcism rituals to remove spirits. Oh my gosh. So blue sage is believed to promote emotional balance and mental clarity, making it useful in meditation practices. Medicinally, blue sage is rich in antioxidants, which can enhance overall wellness and support the immune system. So I guess it's antimicrobial. It's one of these rich in antioxidant type herbs and good for the immune system. So that's
good.
interesting.
Yeah, that's great.
That is very
It's
interesting.
Yeah, it's very like spiritual.
It
herbs.
seems to be. Yeah, that
Yeah.
exorcism thing freaked me out. I said, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so pass me this one here. There we go. You're welcome.
It smells beautiful.
Yeah, the quick smell. Does it smell similar to anything that you can think of?
Like smells like, I don't know, it's like passion flower or like skullcap kind of.
Oh yeah, something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah, some like calming herbs.
All right, let's see how this tastes.
This is very gentle.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I put about maybe 1 tablespoon. But yeah, it's very gentle. And it's been infusing for like 7 minutes at least, so it's a pretty good time. I usually like to do between 10 to 15 minutes. The longer the better, because you know
Yeah,
you get,
longer the better.
exactly. You get all the stuff out of it, right?
Yeah. But I can feel this is very calming to my brain. Like when I take the calming herb, the tea goes up to my brain. That's where I can feel it.
Oh, nice.
So this one also have some calming like properties
You
in
feel it, eh?
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, I feel when I taste this, tastes silky, like
Yeah.
smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel this is very soft. Yeah. And gentle. And it's somewhat mild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado,
Yeah. I love that.
it's good.
Good.
I can pour you a little more so you have some
Sure.
during the episode.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, pleasure to be sitting here with you, Yuuki.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm so happy to have you on.
Yeah.
So let's get started into maybe how long have you been, like you said, you're from Tokyo. You told
I'm
me
from
before.
Tokyo,
Yeah.
yes.
So how long have you been in Canada for?
I've been here for 10 years. The first time I came here was 2014. So it's been over 10 years now.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
I came here in 2015, so you were here even before me.
oh, yeah. So I was in Vancouver for 1 year, the first year, and I moved to Banff. And after that, I moved to Whitehorse. And then I moved to Okanagan, and finally I'm here.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you hopped around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only on the west side. I've
Only on the
never
west
been to the east side yet. So
What about Calgary or Alberta?
yeah, I've been to Calgary because
Okay.
it was pretty close to Banff, only an hour and a half drive.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. How did you like Calgary?
It's beautiful. It's a nice sized city. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, Banff was nice because it was nature around and I can also go to the city.
You have the best of both worlds?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So where did you study herbalism then?
I studied when I was living in Okanagan. Yeah, I took the course online. Like I took one course in Canada and the other course is in the US. So I took 2 courses,
So one in Canada, one in the US?
one in the US.
Nice.
Yeah, I took the first one and it's Dominion Harbor College.
Okay.
Yeah. So I learned the basic, but I still like didn't get what the herbalism is. So the next one is like the teacher is I think he's astrologer and
Okay.
also a herbalist. So he mixed 2 together, and I already learned astrology. So he connect by the sign this herbs is like ruled by like sun or ruled by Mars, something like that. So
Nice.
that made me more understanding of herbs because I can see the herbs like character more.
Okay.
Yeah,
The character of the herb?
character of the herbs.
Interesting.
Yeah, because when I studied by like textbook, this herb is good for like bunch of things,
Yeah.
and I couldn't remember everything. But if the herb's character is connected by their like signs, like sun sign, suns or moons and Mars, that kind of thing.
So
that
in your
would
mind, you
be-
can connect.
yeah, I can
Yeah.
connect. Yeah. Also, like by using it, I understand more about the herbs.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't have the astrology aspect of, it's not in my knowledge. So can you explain to me a little bit like how that works? Because I took a herbalism course and it was just like you said, kind of textbook stuff, learning about the nervines, right?
Yeah, nerve
And
is
then the
like-
phytochemicals that are inside
Yeah.
each herb, right? Some of them have saponins, and saponins do this,
yeah.
stuff like that. So what's the other element if you would add astrology in there? How does that work?
Like for example, like calendula. Calendula is ruled by sun. So sun is shining. So calendula is good for lymphatic system as well. So my teacher told me the calendula brings the sunshine where it has a shade. Like, for example, the lymph is like under the armpit where the sun doesn't go. But if you take the calendula, that brightness will go into the lymph around the armpit area.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that kind of like connection with the, I guess, the nature and the plant and the body. So yeah,
That's really
that's
interesting.
how
I
like
never thought about that.
yeah, that's how I understand about herbs. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fascinating. I heard something one time where this is interesting. You tell me your thoughts on this, but
Yeah.
I've heard that, say for example, you live somewhere, right? And so you have a garden on your land.
Yeah.
Your energy, like the ground and the earth can read your energy and they know what you need. So
Yeah.
say you need more vitamin D or something, right? Or say vitamin C, right? For example, the ground will produce the plants necessary for what you're missing in your body, because it's connected. We're all connected, right? Human beings, earth, it's like we're all one.
Yeah.
So they understand that we're there, not far in that house. So on the ground, in the soil, those plants will pop up.
Yeah.
Have you heard that before?
I have. Yeah. And I believe in the like thought,
Okay.
because this is an interesting story. When I was working on a couple of different farms, they grow apples, like same variety of apples. So one farm, like each farm is producing the same apple, but the taste very different. So I can see the person who is growing their personality on the apple. I can taste their like personality.
Wow.
Like sometimes the one person is very like picky about how to grow and they're very natural. The apple's taste is more like wild. Versus if the person is less natural but more producing in more business like thought,
Yeah.
and it tastes like the apple in the store. Like those two
Interesting.
apples are very different energy into it. So, and then when I grow herbs, the herbs are good for me personally because I'm growing it, and then they know what I need, and then yeah, they grow what I want them to grow, how I want them to grow.
Like
You
they
know what I mean?
understand.
Yeah, they understand
Yeah.
because I like wilder than taking care of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so then
So you-
they
for example, you'd rather go into the forest and pick
pick
wild herbs.
herbs. But if I grow it in my garden, they're like more like wild herbs
Okay,
in my
yeah.
garden versus somebody is like giving water
Like very routine, like
routine, like
every 5 o'clock in the morning I do
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
yeah, and
So
then
you're more like free with it.
more free with it. And then the herbs are very different if I grow it or if somebody is grow it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool to get that perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so where did your passion for herbalism come from? Why did you start this journey?
I've been always looking for something to like live healthier or to have a good life. And then I was always looking for something healthier. And then when I was working on the farm, yeah, it was an organic farm. And there are a bunch of weeds growing on the ground.
Those weeds that everybody doesn't like because they
Doesn't
come
like-
up all the time.
Yeah.
They're just ripping them out. Get out. Yeah.
I have to pull them out by hand for 10 acres.
10 acres of land, you were pulling
Yeah.
the weeds out? Wow.
Yeah. it's hard job.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. And when I was doing it, it wasn't fun. But by the time I was doing it, so they're very strong. Yeah. So, and I am Japanese, so Japanese has been using the herbs traditionally for thousands of years. And I thought those strong, like vitality, like strong weed, if I can use it in the medicinal way, then it's gonna be very strong and powerful and helping to people. So that's when I like get into herbalism.
So you kind of, I guess, pulling the weeds made you understand that, and then you just got the idea, like, you know what?
Yeah, this is
interesting.
Yeah,
I want to explore this more.
Yeah, this is very strong, and yeah, I want to use it as a medicine.
And so did you start using the weed?
I did.
Yeah.
Because weeds are like, for example, couch grass is really good for the kidneys. And there's some, like, what else? Like motherwort was there. And like little chamomile were there. Yeah, I just pulled those weeds, and then even lemon balm was living, and the burdock was the hard one.
I love burdock.
Yeah, me too.
Great for the liver, right?
Great for the liver. Yeah, it's really good, but it's really like strong. If they're on the ground, it's so hard to pull out.
So you picking it out yourself, it's a tough job, right? I know it's easy to actually, like, when you go to the herb store and you just pick it. Hi, can I have some burdock root? It's so easy. You don't see the hard part of people who brought that herb to where it's at, right? Picking it out of the ground, growing it. So that's interesting. I didn't know that about burdock. I didn't know that it was
burdock. It's so like long and go very deep. So it's very hard.
You got to pull it out.
Yeah. Even if I pull it out, the bottom part is still there. I can't just dig everything.
Really?
It's probably like 1 meter long sometimes. So if I pull it, but they're gonna come back.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, but it means they're very like strong. Yeah.
So that means it's strong for us. Probably it's good
strong
for us.
Yeah, it's good for us.
What's your favorite herb of all time? Do you have one?
My favorite herb, I really like calendula.
Okay.
Yeah, and chamomile and lemon balm. Yeah, I have lots of lemon balm. Also mugwort as well.
You have mugwort too?
Yeah.
How much lemon balm do you have?
I have like, they're always coming back to my garden, like at least like this much.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So then do you pick it and then dry it yourself?
Yeah, I dry it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I have like 1 year of the good amount of lemon balm for 1 year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I bought 1 pound of lemon balm from an organic farm.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a UBC farm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I went there and I'm like, what kind of herbs is it? I got this. So lemon balm was one of the herbs that they had. So I said, let me get 1 pound of that. It was a huge bag. The bag was like this big, full of lemon balm, just like big leaves, like freshly dried.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's a good spot, UBC farm, because it's all organic too.
So they sell herbs?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
I didn't know that until I asked. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They have a couple, and they're actually trying to make more in their inventory.
Oh, wow. That's great. Because it's very hard to find the local herbs.
It is,
here. Even the herb shop brings herbs from the US or outside of Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like some herbs we can't grow here, like for example, ashwagandha.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorites. That you have to get it from India or I think Northern Africa or something like that.
Yeah.
Some of the driest parts of the world.
India, mostly.
Yeah, mostly from India because they have all that knowledge from Ayurveda, right? Well, so lemon balm, yeah, I've got a bunch of that. I love lemon balm.
Yeah, me too.
Do you use it for sleep?
Yeah, I use it for sleep, even the daytime. I drink it because it's calming and uplifting the mood at the same time. So I usually drink lemon balm with like cardamom or linden.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I love licorice, so I add some licorice to it.
You have the licorice root?
I do have a
Yeah.
licorice root.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The taste is so unique, huh? Like,
It's very like sweet.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting. It really gets into your taste buds, I feel. Like it's kind
Yeah.
of strong. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
very good for the body too.
It's good for the bodies. Yeah, good for everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So what would you say is one of the herbs in the world that does the most jobs? Like it covers the most areas.
One herb. I feel like nowadays people having a lot of like digestive issue and like stress or anxiety. So I would say chamomile. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
very
good one.
yeah, it's very versatile. It could be calming or it could be bitter. Yeah.
Chamomile is good.
Chamomile is good.
It's one of my top favorites as well.
Yeah.
Because it's, first of all, it's very common. Like it even grows in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can grow it here, fresh,
Yeah. It's very easy to grow.
and it looks nice. It's a beautiful flower. Tastes amazing.
Yeah, it tastes great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chamomile is great. So talk to me about some of your products here. 'Cause
Sure.
These are your products.
Yeah. So I make some products. So those are the teas. So the soothing heart is like calming. It's great for nighttime or even the evening.
So we've got this one, Soothing Heart, Relaxing Tea Blend.
Yeah.
You've got chamomile, lavender, lemon balm, rose petal, linden leaf, and skullcap.
Yeah.
All organic,
It's all organic.
which is
Yeah.
very important.
Very, very
Yeah.
important. So it's clean.
It's clean, yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice calming teas.
Nice.
So
Looks beautiful too. There's different colors in here. You got some blues, some reds.
yeah.
Gorgeous. Okay.
So
and then
the digestive
the digestive comfort. So this is good
Comfort.
for the digestive
good
system.
for the digestive system. If you have a gas bloating or even like slow digestive system, that would be great.
What's next?
And-
We got the nourishment.
Yeah, the nourishment is great because you can get extra like vitamins and minerals from the herbs. So I drink it every day, almost every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to get extra like nutrient from the herb.
So this is a good way to not even take supplements. Like you can use this instead of taking supplements,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. I use it instead of supplements. Yeah, because it has life in it. Like herbs are living. Yeah, even it's drying. Yeah, so I like to like eat and take some like lives out of the plants and
For
the
sure.
vegetables.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
supplements seem kind of like they're just made in a laboratory and they're just dead. You don't know how old it is,
Yeah,
right?
like supplements are great. It's very easy to take. But when I think about the whole as a whole, like for example, curcumin from turmeric, curcumin is great. But you know, as a personality, herbs personality, like for example, if I'm a herb and the curcumin means I am Japanese, there's one component from the herb. Curcumin is one component from turmeric. That means I am the whole person, but people take my Japanese perspective.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Like I have like I'm an herbalist and energy healer, and I am Japanese. I'm a female. All the information makes me as a person, as my personality. But you know the supplement feels very unnatural to me. Yeah, because turmeric is great, but curcumin is great, but you can also take like whole foods like
Totally agree with you.
turmeric. Yeah.
I totally agree with you because whole foods, this is another thing that I've realized. You tell me if what you think about this, but for example, when you extract something, so you have a whole food like sugar cane. Now you extract the sugar out of the sugar cane.
Yeah.
When you extract something, your body is actually not prepared to take something that's extracted.
Yeah.
Because you're taking like a concentrated dose of something.
Yeah.
But when you're eating from a plant, say it's a banana, like it's whole. It was grown that way. So it has many different things that make up a banana. So when it goes in your body, it breaks down into different things.
Yeah.
And your body understands that. But when you take something and extract just this out of banana,
Yeah.
then your body's like, wait,
What is this?
what is that?
Yeah.
And that's why you get imbalances.
Yeah.
Right? You
I
might
agree
get.
with it.
You agree with that?
Yeah, because you need other nutrient to break down the component. Like turmeric needs some like peppers or I don't remember the other things. But for example, iron. If people take iron, it needs to be like copper or other like nutrient to break down the iron. So, but if you just take spinach has high in iron, but also has other nutrient to help to break down the iron into the body. So that would be the natural way to get a nutrient out of food or herbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense. It's kind of just like you're going back to nature and it becomes common sense again. I think people have lost it because we're going so far with trying all these different things, right? And experimenting maybe too much.
I think so.
So
Too
now
smart.
everybody's too lost and they're like, okay. So the body's all confused. And it just makes sense. Like, go to the root of everything again.
Yeah.
Go back to the basics, how the world was designed. Look at nature, how does it function? And it's like, okay, it makes sense. The tree grows like this, the plant grows like this.
Yeah. There's never been just one plant on the ground.
Yeah.
There are at least like 3 or 4 different plants on the ground. So that would be natural. So yeah, I think our body is designed like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It all works together. We're all one.
Yeah.
So that's
great.
amazing. So
Okay.
what else do we have? We have the detox, and this is a liver support blend. This is good for the liver. You got burdock, fennel, cinnamon, dandelion root. I love dandelion root. Milk thistle, turmeric, chicory root, and Siberian ginseng. That's a really amazing mix. So you're getting a lot of value from these packages. There's a lot of herbs in here. And she knows what she's doing because I know this stuff too. So I can vouch for her here.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a great time to do a detox because it's spring. The like nature slows down in winter, so our body also slows down. So and now the plants are growing back right now, and it means they're moving. So our body started moving as well. So this is really good time to just flush out the toxins accumulated during winter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's springtime. It's kind of like renewal time, right?
Yeah,
okay.
renewal. Yeah.
Let's get all the nutrients. Let's get everything going again. Yeah, restart, regenerate.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sun's starting to come out again, which is beautiful. You can see this in the background.
Yeah.
Vancouver is so beautiful in the summertime.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so bright and
You got the beaches, you have the mountains.
yeah.
It's a great place. I think this in Canada has some of the best soil, if not the best soil in Canada, just because of all the rain and the climate is warmer than everywhere else.
Yeah.
Then you look at the soil, it's very like rich
And soft.
and soft. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty dark as well.
It is dark. Yeah.
Which is probably a sign that it's rich, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what else do you have here? You got some
Yeah, I got
serums.
so this is the rosemary infused oil and calendula infused oil that I make. So I harvest the plant in my garden and dry it and make an infused oil. So yeah, I use it for my face, body, and hair.
Nice.
Yeah, it gives you like moisturizing, yeah, also cleaning property in it. So I use it as like face wash, like
Okay.
oil face wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I also have this is a scalp serum. So a lot of natural scalp serum is oil based, which is pretty hard to use because you need to wash it after. You need to wash it after. But that one is an aloe base. So I use aloe and herbal tinctures and the infused oils that I made. So, and also essential oils.
Nice.
Yeah.
And everything's from, like, how much of it is from your own garden? Is everything 100% or?
The oils are 100% from my garden.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you make the oils yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. You're getting a lot of value here. This is like an organic, local person that you're getting this from. So
Yeah.
incredible.
And also I made a lot of like infused oil for this, like horsetail, like calendula, spirulina, rosemary, peppermint. No, peppermint is the essential oil. But yeah, and also 40, which is like which said to reverse the gray hair to the normal hair.
Really?
So yeah, and those herbs are helping to like strengthen the hair and also strengthen the hair follicles.
Nice.
Yeah, some hair follicles are like sleeping or not.
They need to get waken up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to wake it up.
That's good. So
Yeah.
how much do these products cost? So let's start with these.
The herbal teas are like $12 each,
Okay.
and the oils are 28, and the hair, this one for the hair is 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. So if you guys want to order Mugwort Botanicals, I'll put her information in the description here. Yeah. And you're local. You're in Vancouver.
I'm in Vancouver.
You're growing your own stuff.
Yeah, I make it. Yeah, I formulate and make it.
And you extract the oils, you dry the leaves.
Yeah.
Do you make tinctures as well?
I don't make tinctures. Yeah, I get tinctures from my work.
Yeah, the tinctures is, I remember I was learning about it, and you can put it in the glycerin, right? Either the glycerin way, or you can extract it in alcohol.
In the alcohol, yeah.
Different ways of extracting the herbs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a totally different process, right?
it is. Yeah.
To learn that, but we should do that. Maybe we should do like a herbalist, like
How to make tinctures and how to make oils and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Maybe
can do
some
that.
workshops or something.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. So, okay, so that's amazing. So we got this stuff. And which one, you said you use like the nourishment one mostly, right? That's kind of your go-to?
Yeah. And yeah, nourishment one is my go-to. And the digestive one, when I eat heavier food or my stomach is tired, I go to the digestive ones. Yeah, the soothing heart is the calming one. So I don't have problem sleeping, so I don't really need it. But sometimes I take it the small dose during the day. Yeah, if I'm busy or I need to calm, yeah,
That's
I
fantastic.
take that. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we're a little stressed out. Maybe you're walking outside and something happened. Maybe a car beeped at you or something. And, hey,
Yeah.
a little stress. Okay,
Yeah.
go home and take some.
Go home
soothing.
and take some. Yeah. if I don't have time to go into the forest,
That's
I just
right.
take herbal teas.
So do you know, is there a forest that you like to go to pick some wild herbs that you trust around here?
Not really. But you can also call to the city where it's not sprayed.
Oh, that's true. Okay. So the
Yeah,
city would know best
city
for
would
that. Yeah.
know. Yeah, but when I see it, it seems like good or not untouched. Then I would just pick some herbs outside.
Do you pick mushrooms as well? Do you know anything about mushrooms, like wild mushrooms?
I never done that yet, but I'm interested
Yeah.
picking some mushrooms.
Yeah, that's like a whole other world, right?
Yeah,
The
a whole
mushroom
other
world,
world.
like
Yeah.
thousands of different mushrooms. Some people are like really good at that. Like they specialize in that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you done that?
No, but I've seen some like videos on YouTube of some people who go in the forest and they know everything
Yeah.
and they just forage.
Yeah. Around here, it would be like chicken of the wood and also pine mushroom. I have a friend who's really into mushrooms. Yeah, she's telling me a lot of things.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
So pine mushroom is pretty popular?
pretty popular in Fraser. Yeah, Fraser Valley. And I think chicken of the wood, you can find it somewhere around here, maybe
Nice.
in North Bend.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what are your future goals? Do you have any future goals for your herbalism? They say in the next 5 years, where do you want to be?
Like I want to teach some course because I want more people to know about the natural living and herbalism. Yeah, that's something I want to do.
We were speaking about that earlier,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
How important it is for people to understand these basic things. And even if we could get, it would be amazing if in the school system, the young kids would be learning about this.
yeah. They
Because
should.
this is like one of the most important things to learn, just like the basics.
Yeah,
How to plant something.
Yeah.
What herbs do what.
yeah. How the food grows. Yeah.
Whole foods.
Whole foods. Yeah, not one nutrient like not nutrient aspect. I think people need to know more about nature and how the body functions because human is a nature, part of nature. So yeah, I
That's
hope
true.
I can like let people know the good part of the natural thing and the herbalism.
So that's your mission, right?
Yeah, that's my mission.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great mission. So you're basically healing the world, right? You
Yeah.
want the world to be better. You want people to be healthier. And if people are healthier, then the world gets healthier.
Yeah, work is healthier. Yeah, because the body is healthy, then mental will be healthy as well
Yes.
because it's connecting. Yeah, so if more people take care of their their health, like physical health, and then they can be more happier or like healthier in mind and seeing the world more beautifully. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think, yeah, that's amazing. It's such a
Yeah.
good goal, like I think more people, we need it these days. Right now, it seems like the world is in a very tough spot. Do you feel that as well?
I do. Yeah. I feel like there are too many information about everything. Like people don't know what to follow and what they can do for their life or health. So, but looking into nature, being in the nature, you can see what the natural thing is. Yeah, and then I'm still learning. And if I feel stuck, I go into the nature and nature always heal me or telling me what to do because everything is there. So that's I think people need to like realize. in their life because this is the most natural way to live.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's very good advice too. Like, I love that. If you're feeling any sort of way, go in the forest and look for the answers.
Yeah.
Right? Just
Yeah.
sit there and
sit there, listen to the
observe.
nature. Yeah. Observe. If there's nothing happening, you still like relieving from like stress or things that you're thinking of. You're stacking. Yeah.
I'm going to start taking that advice.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, honestly, especially living close to the mountains, like we're not far, maybe a 10, 15-minute drive, I think.
Yeah.
North Vancouver, West Vancouver is right there. Go right in the forest. You know Capilano Park?
Yeah.
That trail? Like when you go to the water reservoir
Yeah.
and you can get into the forest there. That's such a beautiful trail.
Yeah.
The trees are massive. Everyth's so green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good spot to
That's
probably
a
go
good
and
spot.
just...
Yeah. Yeah. I also like Lynn Valley.
Oh, Lynn Valley's
Lynn
great
Valley
too.
is
You go in
very
the waterfalls there?
Yeah, I go to the waterfalls and
Nice.
touch to the river.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's so refreshing.
What do you think about water?
Water?
The source of water that we drink. This is
Oh.
also an interesting topic because water has life as well. And if you're getting it from the tap, like some people just drink tap water and they think water's water, but actually it's treated water. And in Lynn Valley, if you go up to North Vancouver on that path to Lynn Valley, there's actually a spring, a natural spring right there. Have you
Yeah.
ever been there?
I have.
I've taken water from there.
Yeah.
And when you taste that water, I feel so much more alive because the water is alive.
Yes.
All the minerals are in there, right?
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Water. Yeah. Water has life. Yeah.
Like we're pretty much made of
water.
right?
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah.
So we need to put good water in our system.
Yeah. That's very important. And yeah, when I moved into Vancouver from Okanagan, I was surprised the quality of water. And City of Vancouver says we can drink tap water here, but the water tastes pretty much chlorine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't drink it. So I put the filter and I put the filter to my shower because it's very like it's clean. Yeah, it's clean water, but in the different way than I think.
Yeah, I guess
like-
cleanly treated maybe.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, the filter helps for sure.
Filter helps, but it's better to drink water from the spring.
Natural spring water. Yeah.
It's very different. It has lots of leaves, and I think it has microbials in it, which also help to our system.
Probably it's good for the gut, right?
Yeah, it's really good for the gut.
The gut is another big issue,
Yeah.
right? Especially these days. So I read a couple books about the gut-brain connection. Have you heard anything about that? Like
Yeah.
if your gut is...
The second brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's you're not eating right, if your gut is stressed out, then you can get depression or because it's linked, right? If this is not working, then the brain can
Yeah,
be affected.
it is.
Do you believe in this?
I believe in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here. I read a couple books and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
it's amazing information.
Because you're made by what you eat or what you put on your skin.
100%.
Yeah. So you need to treat your gut really well, and then you can be healthier in your mind.
One of my sayings for life, one of my philosophies is treat your body like a temple.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
I want to live by this. I'm not perfect yet. I mean, I never will be, but I think that's a good guideline to have, you know, just as like a compass. Treat your body like a temple. So whenever you make a decision, whatever you put something on your skin or you eat or you think about something, then you'll think, okay, is this treating my body like a temple? If not, I shouldn't be eating that.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah. I'll keep it in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Because sometimes Yeah. I eat well, but sometimes people, it's the hardest thing for some people to treat themselves very well. Sometimes they put themselves at the end. So, and then do something for somebody else or for friends or families first. But my body is the most important thing.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to treat ourselves first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Like a
we are
temple.
exactly, if we are not at full capacity healthy, then how could we help anybody else?
Yeah.
Right? And you're right. A lot of us do things for other people more than we do for ourselves. And then we realize actually it could be in many different ways of saying this. But for example, what if I made a lot of choices to make other people comfortable, but I wasn't happy in that process?
Yeah.
Then my one life that I'm living I'm not being fulfilled. So what happens to me? Maybe later on in life, I start to want the things that I didn't do when I was younger because I put them off so much.
Yeah.
And now you get anxiety or something because it's all coming back. It's like, hey, I want to do this. You never let me do this. Your body is telling you.
Yeah.
Like the anxiety, I think a lot of people have anxiety these days, but I think the anxiety is, it's kind of like a warning sign, or like I wouldn't necessarily say it's a terrible thing. It's kind of actually helping you because if you listen to it, you can understand why I'm having anxiety.
Yeah.
It's because of I didn't do this for myself, or I wanted to do this and I never did it, or I'm not eating properly, or whatever. Right? It's just like trying to help you figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I feel a lot of people having some health problem because of their like not doing what they want to do, or it's a long-term thing, or if like a person is not saying something that they wanted to say, and that kind of emotion stores in the cell. So each cell has a memory, I believe.
Wow, that's deep. Okay.
Yeah, from when we are born or even in the mother's tummy.
Each cell,
Each cell,
and we have trillions of cells in our
yeah,
body.
trillions of cells. So we need to heal those cells by expressing our emotions or like following the gut. Yeah. So I've seen like a lot of clients or people who are having health problems. Like for example, if they have constipation, the character of the person is very similar. If a person has a constipation issue and they're probably like stubborn or stuck on their past, like old patterns or something. Yeah. And if somebody has cancer and they're not saying right, or they're like keeping the emotion within themselves. Yeah, I can see like some like mental not issue like pattern, like mental pattern can lead to certain like health problems.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So certain problems, the people who have constipation have a similar
Yeah, character.
similar character or similar problems.
Similar problem.
Cancer, same thing.
Cancer, same thing, and also joint problem is same thing.
So what's the joint problems? What kind of character do people have for that?
I can see a lot of people doesn't listen others.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they just do things their own way and they're stubborn kind of?
They're stubborn.
Uh-huh.
And their health issue goes to the weakest part of the body. So the stubbornness can go to the constipation to the gut, or can go to the like joint problem. Yeah, I can see because the joint is moving. their like thought is not moving, it's stubborn, and then they get like joint problem easily. That's how I see people sometimes.
Interesting.
Yeah, when client comes in and I can kind of see how they look like, the face and eyes and like skin and the body shape. And when I talk to them, I can see more clearly what's going on them. Yeah.
So life isn't as complicated as we make it.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot more simple, right?
It's a lot more simple.
Because if you see a lot of the same people, you kind of see a pattern
Yeah.
in your work.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what kind of work do you do? Like, so you also sell, you have your own brand that sells herbs and serums and oils and all this amazing stuff, but you also do something else, right? Like some
Yeah.
healings and stuff?
Yeah, I'm also an energy healer. I can read and heal the energy. Sometimes people has like stuck energy, I would say, or damage on the energy body. So if there is a damage on the energy body, your physical body can also feel. For example, if people has a lot of pressures, the energy is stuck around their neck and shoulder. So I can also move the energy, or I can prescribe some herbs to get them relaxed.
I think I need that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's very tense up here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We need to do an energy healing session.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Let's do that, because the energy stacks around here, and then you can feel the tightness or heavy on the back or neck and shoulder. Yeah. So I move the energies as well, because energy is also connecting to the body and the emotions. Yeah.
So does that work with the chakras? You understand the chakras and stuff?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah. Chakra is very important. Some chakra is less moving or excess moving. So the balancing chakra is really good. But also like each organ has different energy. Yeah. So if somebody has a problem on their liver, I can clean the energy on the liver, or I can also prescribe some detox herbs or some toning liver herbs as well. So there are lots of ways to heal people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because a lot
Yeah.
of people think it's like one thing. Like you go to the doctor and you say, like, I'm stressed or whatever, or I have a problem. You think that you can just take a pill and it's gone, right?
Yeah.
But
it's
life is
never-
not that simple, right?
Yeah.
Like it could be, like you said, maybe your energy's stuck, or maybe you need the nutrients from this herb. The
Yeah.
herb can help it. So there's different factors.
Yeah.
And you have different knowledges, which is awesome and very interesting. You got the herbal knowledge, you have the healing knowledge.
Yeah. Because if the body is telling you what's going on, but you need to improve by like some like issues on each organ, and we need to know what's going on underneath rather than like have constipation or headache. You have that kind of issue because of something going on. So we need to find the root cause. Otherwise, if you keep taking the medication, you can feel the headache is gone, but the other places of the body should have some other problem because you're still unbalanced. So like by chasing the health issue is like not gonna help. Like you need to know what's going on underneath.
So you have to find the root cause
Yeah,
of the
you have-
problem, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to find why I'm creating this issue. Yeah, because body is always right. The mind can be wrong, but the body is always right, and body try to tell you.
Interesting.
yeah.
That's a really, I think that's one of the first times I've ever heard that, but I love that. What you just, can you repeat that again?
the body is always right, but the mind can go wrong. So body is always telling us like what you need to improve or there's something going on. And then, yeah, if we listen the body and then we try to improve it, and then the root cause is gone. Yeah.
That's amazing. So listen to the body. That's some really
Listen
good
to the
advice.
body. Yeah. That's the only thing you need to do. Yeah. You don't need any, you still need a little bit of like knowledge of things, but the body always know things and you can feel that. Yeah.
That's amazing. That was really good good knowledge right there. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You guys are getting some really good knowledge today. Yeah, so that's amazing. So you want to heal people, you want to teach people about how to heal themselves, good knowledge about herbs,
Yeah. And
Life.
make some products. Yeah.
right from your garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important to know a herbalist, I think.
Yeah.
And more people, I think, are going to keep learning about this because a lot of people are confused and they don't know. They go to the doctors and the doctors can't help them a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So they're looking for alternative ways. So if you're out there looking for alternative ways and you're not getting the help you need from a doctor, and it's not to say doctors are bad or whatever, but it just doesn't work all the time. So if it's not working for you, you want a more natural approach to things, try out the natural ways, naturopaths, herbalists, and there's a herbalist right here that can help you very well. So
Yeah.
reach out to her if you need. So Japan, let's talk a little bit about Japan.
Sure.
Because this is where you're from. You're born and raised in Tokyo?
Yeah. I was born and raised in Tokyo, but not downtown Tokyo. It's a kind of suburb area. Yeah. So there are still parks and kind of little mountains, like
Oh, nice.
nature is still there. Yeah.
So what do you think about Tokyo? Do you feel like living in a big city like that affects people's mental health or way of living in some way?
Yeah, I think so because they're too far from the nature. The technology is great, but technology is not helping us. I mean, not like making our better life in some ways because technology, like living in the city, is not like teaching us how to live naturally because living naturally in the mind or in what to eat or something like that is the most important thing. So I think living in the city is not really like healthy thing.
Keeps you kind of disconnected. Like you said, you're kind of
Yeah.
far from nature. I grew up in Montreal, and Montreal is probably like, I don't know the exact number. Let's say 4 million people or something like this. So it's definitely a bigger city, not as big as Tokyo, of course, but it's a big city enough to be like, you're in a concrete jungle almost, which means, you're just surrounded by buildings and this and that. And a lot of people don't know how to grow their own herbs or garden and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I grew up very much a city kid. And as I got older, I think I started to realize sometimes I would drive out of the city and be like, wow, if you just drive 20 minutes out, there's land everywhere, there's farms, and people have this knowledge of being connected with nature, and it's important. And the more that you are connected with that, I think the healthier you are. So if you're just in the city too much, then I think you get very weak compared to like somebody in the country. Like they're eating whole foods, they're working on the land, they're working their muscles, right?
Yeah.
Like all that's super important.
I think so. Yeah. And I also realized that if I live in the city, it's very hard to like access to the good vegetables or good meat and stuff.
That's true too.
Yeah. It's not as fresh as I could get in the countryside, because a lot of big groceries there, but they're getting vegetables from outside of Japan, or like here as well. Like big groceries have vegetables from Mexico, or thank you, from the US, versus like if we get the local food, if we access to the local food, that would be healthier, I think.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And that's the thing. Like in the cities, everything is so mass produced from the same companies. And that's why it's not organic, because it's not practical. They can't grow as much if it's organic. They don't care about it. They just want to make as many as they can to put it in the stores to feed everyone.
Yeah.
Then it becomes like you take away the soul of the food, right? And also another interesting thing to talk about is the soil. So if you have a land, say 1 acre of land, and it's being farmed, they're using every single centimeter possible. All the nutrients that's in the soil that the food takes from to grow, there's not enough for all of the fruits growing. So that's why they get a little bit. So for example, like iron, like is iron in the ground, right?
Yeah.
So that goes into the vegetables when they're growing. If there's too many vegetables in one space, there's only a certain amount of iron that can go into them. So that's why you have less iron if you're mass producing food. So that's another interesting thing to talk about, why people may have issues, digestive issues, or they're not getting enough nutrients.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh yeah, well, kale is super good for iron or whatever. But they're not realizing not all kale is made the same.
Yeah.
You could get it from a mass-produced kale producer, and there's not much iron in there, versus someone who really cares and has a smaller piece of land but farms it properly.
Yeah.
Then you have the proper content.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I agree with it, because if you get a vegetable from the grocery store versus you get it from the farmer's market, direct from the farmers, the taste very different. Yeah. Like recently I got not vegetable, but the egg. I used to access to my neighbor in Okanagan grows eggs, like grows chicken, and the eggs are always there.
Nice.
The fresh egg. Even if I like buy organic eggs, like $10 a pack eggs from the grocery store, it's not taste as like vibrant as the local ones. So if I go to the farmer's market, I have a favorite farmer, like egg farmers. So the eggs is more vibrant and the shell is stronger, and the inside is, when you like open the egg, the yellow yolk is more like mountain shape rather than like flat. So it's just the egg, but you really like, if you pay attention how it tastes like and how it looks like, it's very much different. And I can feel the local egg has more like lives in it, I would say. Yeah. So it happens to everything, like for the meat and for vegetables. Yeah. Some organic farms, it's better than other organic farms,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
organic is also a business.
Of course.
Yeah.
Some people just do the minimum that they can to get the certification.
Yeah.
Right?
And also, I also worked in the non-organic farms as well, but they use the same spray as the organic farmers use, but it's a different label. It's the same to spray. Spray is the chemical spray.
It's like pesticides?
Not the pesticides, it's more like copper in it to prevent something. I don't remember.
But isn't organic not supposed to use sprays?
They can use organic spray.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So those are two same sprays. One named organic, one is not.
From the same company?
From the same company.
Oh my gosh.
And the inside are the same. Inside of the tank is the same, but the non-organic one is a little bit cheaper, but the inside is same.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how people can do things like that, you know,
Yeah.
like we're trying to get healthier.
Try to get
We
healthier.
just want to live properly.
Yeah.
But people are out here and I don't know what it is. I guess it's just greed.
Yeah. It's hard
It's hard, right?
to live in the good way, like natural way. So you need to know what's going on behind these vegetables and
You
stuff.
have to know, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's so easy to get tricked. Especially, I think, because we're on the border with the U.S. The U.S. is like notorious for this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like in Europe, I don't have to worry as much because over there most of the countries have like a non-GMO agreement,
Yeah.
and they're much more conscious with the ingredients that they produce. Like even, for example, I'm kind of lactose intolerant here. When I was growing up, I was fine, drank a lot of milk, but there was a certain point, maybe as a teenager or something, or as a young man, my stomach couldn't handle the milk anymore.
Yeah.
It just
Me
hurt
neither.
way too much. You too?
Yeah.
So, like all the dairy products, I couldn't eat it anymore. I was so angry.
Yeah.
But when I went to Europe, I was fine. I could drink as much milk as I want, cheese, everything, and it didn't upset my stomach.
Yeah.
So what is the difference, right? You think milk is milk, but the processing, the homogenization process,
Yeah.
I guess what they feed them, maybe the hormones, maybe it could be all kinds of things going on.
Yeah.
So I just say that to say, like, how is it in Japan? Is it similar? Because when I had milk in Japan, it didn't bother my stomach either.
Oh, it didn't bother your stomach?
No.
Yeah, I haven't drank milk when I was in there. But I don't know much about Japanese farming because I grew up in Tokyo. But I did a little bit of research, and then for milk, I'm not sure, but for the pesticide and stuff, they can use more actually than here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, but they also know how to grow. I mean, because the vegetable and fruits has to be like good looking and beautiful there. So each vegetable is wrapped with saran wrap or
I did notice that when I
you
was
did
there.
notice that?
Yeah.
So people don't buy if it looks something weird. So a lot of farmers, like, they're trying to make it looks nice rather than like being healthier for the mass production. So I think, I don't know, I'm not totally sure, but I feel Canada is better in that
Interesting.
way. But also there are lots of like organic farmers, non like spray farmers as well. So you can choose if you want to go to the mass production or the really like natural way, natural vegetables that they grow in a natural way and non-chemical and stuff. But you need to find the right sauce there. But the right sauce is more clean than here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very like two different
Yeah.
field.
Wow. And what do you think have you heard anything about regenerative farming?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What is that?
I love it. I think that this is the way forward. Like if we do this, the world can actually heal a lot faster. So regenerative farming is like a step past organic farming.
Okay.
So regenerative means everything moves in a cycle. So when you do something, you think about the end in mind. And when you farm in a regenerative way, you're actually making the soil better as well. So when you're growing food and fruits and vegetables, the way that they farm, the soil gets richer, healthier.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because a lot of time you're just stressing out the soil, right?
Yeah.
And you're kind of depleting it from its nutrients. But the way regenerative farming, it's actually making it healthier and better.
Yeah.
And for example, how can I say this? If, for example, one of the plants had a lot of bugs eating it, and you had a pest problem, you can't use pesticides. You have to use a natural method. So you would grow another plant, maybe a little bit further out, that these bugs like more. So they would go on that plant instead. So you use nature to take care of the problems.
Good.
Yeah.
I did when one plant was bitten by a lot of bugs, and I put the different plants that repellent that bugs, so that bug doesn't like this plant, so it doesn't go to this plant. You know what I mean?
So you've done something similar before.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I didn't do if the bug liked that plant, and then I didn't put that plant close to that. But I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, if the bug goes to that plant, and then the plant that we want to save, it's saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They leave it alone. They're like, we don't want that one anymore. We
Oh,
like that one better.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways. But there's many different ways. But definitely look into the regenerative farming. Like do some research. I think you would really like appreciate it and be interested in it.
Nice.
And there is a regenerative farm in Richmond.
Oh, cool.
So we'll go together one day.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, Yuuki, thank you so much. We'll
Thank
close
you.
it here.
Yeah.
That was great information. Amazing speaking with you.
Yeah.
Great to connect with another herbalist. And she's much more knowledgeable than I am. So it's good for me to be here and learn from you as well. I really appreciate this conversation.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care. Tea with G.
And I'm Yuki. Bye.
Bye-bye.